What is the name of your country?
The name of my country is Aquatic.
Who is the president?
The president is Aquata, or me.
How was your country founded?
My country was founded by the princess and the queen of London were sailing in a ship, and it shipwrecked, and the princess and her mother were separated, and the princess landed on my country. And when she was found, they founded it, and she became the president.
What type of government does your country have?
My country has pure democracy. Democracy is when the people vote or meet to decide problems and such in the decide problems and suggest the government. It also helps, but it's mostly the people who decide because they have the voices.
What all the parts of your government?
My favorite is the citizen branch. It is the branch that covers laws and most problems. It works by me, the president, having representatives to go to each town. They tell them the problem, and the people and the government make suggestions and vote for the right one. We, the government, communicate to the representatives by headsets. There is also a human rights branch that makes sure everyone has human rights and they follow them, or at least they try. There is also, last but not least, a punishment branch, which tells the punishment and for how long you get it depending on the law broken, and make sure you get it complete. Oh, and the way...
Cut.
How are the laws made? The laws are made by the government making suggestions, and by the people also making suggestions and saying and voting for which one is best.
What are the consequences of breaking a law?
Well, it depends on what you do. If it's really a minor, then you just have to pay a bill or extra tax. But if it's really, really big law, you go to the jail, and if it's really, really big, it's a lifetime. But we don't execute.
Where does the government get its money?
It gets it from a lot of the places here are farmland, and we have lots of crops, and we have a lot of livestock, so we sell them, and we have a really large supply of water, so it's really easy for us to sell that.
What does the government spend?
Well, it spends $25 on education, which I think affects the people in the country because they have to be educated. Otherwise, it's a really big deal. Otherwise, they don't know how to pay bills. They don't know how to do employment. They don't know how to run the country if we don't have education. We spend $25 on healthcare, which is really important because if the people get really hurt, they can be okay. We spent 10% on water because we have a lot of everything. We spent 5% on housing because that's one of our main problems because we don't have a lot of money for housing. 5% on welfare, which is helps so that people aren't poor and pay the taxes too. We spent 5% on electricity, 5% on employment so people help the country. We spent 5% environment for the whole environment and 15% on military. The flag we also have is like really important to me.
What are the main problems of your country?
The main problems are like I told you, housing, because we don't have a lot of money for it and a lot of people don't have houses. And sometimes the welfare, because like people, it's a really small like country, and they have like a lot of people spend their money not wisely. Thank you. So there's just one thing I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about the flag because it's really important to me, because it has a symbols. Like the water represents the one who brought water to our country and founded it, and like the crown is for, since like she was a princess. The boat is for the boat that crashed, which was called the Luna, and that's for nature, and that's for animals. Okay. Thank you very much.